Skipper, good scenes that we are seeing here.
Yeah.
Happy people here in numbers. Black Friday being fully enjoyed at Orlando Stadium.
Yeah, I think credit must go to Orlando Pirates, giving back to the community of Orlando, to Orlando Pirates supporters, to everyone, not only Pirates supporters, to all football lovers. Because our Pirates is loved by, people, not Orlando Pirates supporters, only Orlando Pirates supporters. Yeah, but it's good, to see the supporters, to mingle with them, and obviously, engaging with them. And yeah, I'm happy, to be back at Orlando, where I used to play, lift trophies, score goals, and yeah, I'm so excited.
How important is the mood that Orlando Pirates finds itself in now, and also in terms of sustaining it?
You know what, man? I think the mood is good and obvious. I think it's all about consistency. We've been complaining the previous years of not consistency, and it's good to see the team being consistent, continue winning games, and yeah, we must thank the leadership of the team for assembling it, a good team, and yeah, I think they're doing very well. And as everyone, they want them, to challenge Sundowns, win the league. And this season, I'm spelling it, yeah, but it's just to take one game at a time, and we'll see at the end of the season.
Before I give it to the guys, this team scores goals, keeps clean sheets, doesn't concede a lot. What would you say is a cornerstone of this good performance and the run of under Coach Wadu?
I think, to work as a team, and don't forget, the coach is a defender, and as a defender, obviously, so focus is always being on the defenders. I'm not surprised for defenders not to concede. And again, not only not conceding, they even scoring goals. And, it's good to complement each other, to play as a team. And, as defenders, as strikers, they're not scoring goals. You always encourage them to score goals. You concede goals as a strikers, they'll always encourage you not to concede. And I think it's good, to work as a team.
Lucky, you were there when Pirates won the league. How important, or what would this mean for Orlando Pirates to actually win it again this season?
I beg your pardon?
For Orlando Pirates to win the league this season, you've been there before, seen them win the league before, part of the team that won the league. What would it mean for Orlando Pirates to actually win this season?
You know what? You can win, trophies, but without winning the league, I think for me it means nothing. To our fans, I'm talking as a fan. I was there 2010. When I was winning my first league as a captain, and yeah, it was so nice, and obviously, to win a league, it's always special. So, as I said to you, every supporter, every supporter's wish to see Orlando Pirates winning the league. It's been how many years without winning the league? Yes, we're winning silverware, but winning silverware without winning the league, it always means nothing. But let's see this season, the outcome of this season, and hope this season, they can add, cherry on top by winning the league.
How important is it to maintain that good run, especially against Durban City? I mean, the next game is against Durban City. A game that for them is a milestone to go on top of Sundowns.
I think it's a good motivation, knowing that if they win, tonight or tomorrow, they are going to be on top. And nice to accumulate, points now, as you know that last season, they made a mistake of having game in hand. They didn't capitalize on that. But this time around, they had game in hands and they capitalized on that. And, it's good for them, to catch up with points, not having points. And yeah, let's just wish them all the best tomorrow, to get through points and to go on top of the log.
Yeah. How important is the element of leadership? Because if I go back to the double treble team, you had Sangweni, you had Benny, you had yourself, you had Jele. There's just a long list, and I'm looking at this team. There are captains who are not wearing the armband.
I think, thanks to the leadership for signing, captains of other teams. You look at Silizi, the former captain of Golden Rose. There was Koki, Amazulu, there's Van Rooyen, and it's good sometimes, to add senior players in the team, because of a team of youngsters and mix of senior players, it always, achieves something. I remember with my team, we had, a balance of senior players and youngsters, and we achieved. And I think the history of my generation is going to repeat itself. Like now, as you are saying, there's senior players, captains, and there's youngsters. And yeah, it's always good, to have senior players in the team. The team of youngsters, they can't win you anything. I remember where Cape Town Ajax, they were leading the league. The last game of this season, they lost the league. Why? Because of it was a team of youngsters. But with us, I mean, because of its mix of, youngsters and senior players.
Skipper, we're talking just to Coach Mdaka just now, and now I'm even Majens earlier, and I'm reminded of how young Majens, in fact, how young Mabizela was.
Yeah.
Captaining the national team, captaining Orlando Pirates, and making a quick impression to even go overseas. I guess the talk about Mbokazi, you are even not surprised based on what the boy is doing.
You know what? It's good to be given responsibility at the young age. You know, as like myself, I played with John. He was my captain at the team and of the national team. And yeah, it reminds me of Old John. We don't want to compare them, but it reminds me of Old John, where you know what, he won the league as the youngest captain ever. And yeah, it takes us back, you know, with Old John. And I'm happy, you know, for Mabizela, to Mbokazi to be given responsibility at the young age, and he's handling it very well. Yesterday we were together, we were talking about, you know, captaining the team and the way he's playing, and I'm so happy about the way he's leading the team.
And already for him to be having this talk of going overseas at this stage, I guess it talks to the talent of the boy.
Obviously, you know, talented, and for me, I think it's a well-deserved, you know, going to overseas. The boy he showed, you know, from the team and national team, and with me, it was my wish, you know, to see him going to overseas at a young age, and it's going to be a motivation for other youngsters, you know, to work hard so that even them they can get opportunity to play overseas.
Do you think that he would be a first choice? I mean, at the AFCON this year.
Let me tell you, it's obvious, but it's all about hard work. If he can tune, you know, with his consistency and hard work, he'll be the first choice. But I'm so impressed, you know, about.
He is the first choice. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you know, it might just be.
That it would happen now.
No, it will happen. You know, just consistency. Might just continue working hard, and you know, always being in the starting lineup. And there's no way if you are, you know, playing for your team, always being in the starting lineup and not being in the starting lineup of Bafana. For me, I think it's going to be the first choice.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
But final.
Oh my God.
Okay. I guess there's only one way of maintaining this winning run or this people mood, because if the result are next week, you want to so I want to find out the Christmas card.
Mamela, it's always the case, you know, going to Christmas, Buccaneers they want to be happy. We're going to the final of leg level. Obviously, it's going to be a good Christmas present for our supporters. I remember there's where we're playing a final of Telkom, knowing that we win it. It's going to be an early Christmas present for our supporters. So these boys, they win this cup. It's going to be an early Christmas present for our supporters.
And this is the team that beat you earlier this season.
I Pelly, it's good because of Pirates are going for revenge.